Welcome to episode 2 of MomCo, or otherwise known as Makers, Owners, Mothers. And we're excited to have you because I think episode 1 went pretty well for all we know because it comes out tomorrow.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, we're recording this on the 2nd, the day before. I'm a little nervous. Are you a little nervous?
No, because I feel like people need this information.
Yeah.
Not that we have information, but I think they need a space to relate to. And I think creating this space, it'll be awesome.
Validation
that we're not alone and others aren't alone. So I'm excited. Let's talk about cadence because we introduced ourselves last episode, but we didn't talk about what the structure of the podcast will look like moving forward because we were introducing ourselves.
Yep.
So moving forward, the podcast structure is going to be, we're going to talk about our mommy wins for the week.
Yep.
Our daddy delights, because sometimes we rag on our husbands. It's just natural, but we also need to kind of highlight the good they do.
They do
because they do a lot.
They do a lot of good. Like right now, they're both watching the girls, so do this.
Yeah. And after those like intro topics, we go into our Nobody Told Me, so the daily grind of motherhood. And then after that, we do a small business deep dive.
Yeah.
And that will basically be the structure. Again, since we're new to this, you're welcome to visit our website. We have a website, fun fact.
Yes, we do.
It's momcopodcast.com.
Yep.
And feel free to email us, too, if you guys have suggestions or ideas. Because monthly, we would also like to do a beef debrief.
Yep.
Where we get listener stories. So you can, like, have some beef say, I'm starting a new business. I don't know what I'm doing. Or I'm having this issue, or I don't know this about motherhood. We want to hear it all. If you have something and you want to voice it, email us because we'd love to read it. And we just want to know what you guys are thinking and any feedback we'll take.
Or advice on things. Like if you're in a tough situation or you're struggling with something, you're just like, hey, I'm dealing with this. What do you guys think? And we may not have the answers, but we might have something to help you too.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to email us and you might be featured on the show. In your email, let us know if it's okay if we use your name. Or unless you want to stay anonymous, that's totally cool too.
Yes.
But if you do email us, please let us know about that personal information. So we want to make sure that if you want to stay private, you're private.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We respect your privacy.
Yep.
So,
you want to start us off with a mommy win?
Mommy win, yeah, let's do our icebreaker. My mommy win this week is David and I both started going back to work full time. David ended his paternity leave. So we did the whole kind of like 6-month split where we didn't take our maternity and paternity leave together. So we tag teamed it. So I did the first half, he did the second half. And I was proud we got us all out the door and I was only 30 minutes late.
That's pretty good.
I'm usually 30 minutes late anyway.
That's damn good with a baby.
With a baby too. And I was proud of myself. Shout out to my sister who watches her on Mondays because childcare is expensive. So that was my mommy win. What was your mommy win?
I realized this is more of like just like a little tip. So painter's tape for the win when you're labeling your bottles, because it's like, oh well, after so long you don't want them eating on a bottle because it's like an hour or 2 hours if it's breast milk because it goes bad. So painter's tape and Sharpies for the win. We figured out, and I think it might have been my husband that actually initially came up with it. But writing information, putting on the bottle, and then taking off. Oh my God, what a lifesaver.
And it's painter's tape, so it doesn't leave any residue
painter's
or
tape,
anything.
it's cheap. There's no residue.
And it's
easy.
nice because a lot of people, when they suggest the tape method, it is like the regular like Scotch tape, which is a pain in the butt to take off. But I'm like, when you said painter's tape, I was like, she's a genius.
Sharpie and painter's tape. Dad delight for you.
What is my dad delight? Oh, so it's basically New Year, New Me. Order 1 was a wash for me because,
Samesies. I had a baby.
You got a baby. I had postpartum depression.
That'll happen.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It was our first show back, and I was very anxious about it because my baby now moves a lot, not a newborn. And my husband stepped in this weekend, super helpful, like no questions asked. No, he knew the cadence of like all the craft fair stuff, and he was just there to help all weekend long. So that was my daddy delight.
That's a big daddy delight.
What's your daddy delight?
Can we talk about the dad walk when they're so tiny and they're in the little car seat and he's got the car seat and you're walking behind? Oh my God, so sweet. I don't know. That was like the sweetest thing, and it was just like the start of us really, really sweet relationship that he has with her. And so the dad walk though, like the dad walk,
sexiest walk alive.
Yeah, honestly. Right.
I was like, I'll have 10 more babies with you, sir.
Then we think about what pregnancy is really like, which actually leads us into our Nobody Told Us topic today.
Yeah. So basically our topic is Where's the village? We thought this would be a good starter.
Finding out who's actually there for you and who your village really is, that was
Oh, yeah.
something that was jarring.
That's something you find out too, like, right when you tell people you're pregnant. So, when I found out I was pregnant, pretty much everybody was obviously excited, like, you guys were
Yeah.
excited, so friends, family, but, like, I have an interesting relationship with my mom, and that
Mhm.
was very telling for me after I gave birth of, like, how it would go moving forward, so it's very
Yeah.
interesting to see, but then kinda having that dichotomy of all that stuff while you're hormonal, huge,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's a hard process being pregnant and, like, having those hormone shifts and having issues with your family, which you knew a lot of too.
Yeah. There's something in everybody's family or friends or
Yeah,
whoever that you're just like, "What the fuck is even happening?"
and big life moments magnify
Big
it, so,
life
like,
moments.
weddings and pregnancy,
Yep.
like, just big life
Yep.
moments and changes, I think just brings out your village for sure.
Yeah.
Because like, when you get married, it's, like, not that big of a change because they know who it
They
is,
know
but
who
a
it is,
whole
but
new
a
other
whole new
life
other
coming
person.
in is, like,
Yeah.
something changes,
And
and there's
people get pretty judgy. Well, when we got pregnant, it was really hard. We kept it very quiet because
you're
and
gonna go
I'm
I
gonna
shouted it from the rooftop.
go through what we went through.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and that's a whole other episode. We suffered from 2 miscarriages
Mhm.
beforehand, and the first time that we got pregnant, super excited, told everybody, screaming it from the rooftop, and then at 11 weeks, we lost the baby, and there's gonna be a whole episode down the road. But then the second time, we told maybe half of the people we told the first time
Mm.
lost a baby after 2 weeks, and then this time, we hardly told anybody. Like, we told you guys because
We
you
figured it
figured
out,
it
which
out.
yeah, we told you.
Yeah, but we
David.
kept it very quiet. We reserved ourselves from a lot of people.
Mhm.
There was a few people that when we did tell them that we were pregnant the third time with our daughter now, that were like, "Well, I hope it works out," or like, and it's like, I don't want the sympathy. I don't want that. I don't want people. But there
Yeah.
it was a weird shift. And even, like, I told my mom and my stepdad, and they were excited, but I know them well enough to know they were very reserved for
Mhm.
obvious reasons, and it's, like, totally, totally, totally understandable. And we were too, we were terrified. But
Mhm.
it was like, yeah, the ones that cheered are
Those
the
are
village. The ones that were like, it's like, "Why am I even telling you this? This
mhm.
makes me not wanna tell anybody. This
Mhm.
makes me not be excited about
Mhm.
having this baby because now I'm living in fear."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's kind of like to tell you all too, like, yes, you have your family, but you also have your chosen family, and that's
Yes.
who collects in your village. Like, even, like, yeah,
Everything. Yeah.
us, and I would say in our crafter community, because the
Yeah.
amount of people that came up to me when I had my baby and they're like, "How was it? Are you okay, mama?" I'm like, my mom didn't even ask me this shit. So I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you. Like, you'd be when you have a baby, I am so surprised how many people and which people showed up at my door.
Yes, and
Not
how
to hold
people
my
are
baby,
are
but to help
excited.
me.
Yeah.
That is true love right there. When
Yeah.
you come in and I am literally boob out in diapers, crying, I don't know what I'm doing, and you say, "What can I do to help
Yeah,
you?"
or they just come in and they start doing stuff.
Yes.
They just start washing dishes, they
Your
just
mom.
start yeah, they just bring groceries, they just
They
do
just do it.
things,
Yeah.
like, we had even, like, a friends of my mom's that came out to see the baby, and they came out and they brought us lunch and they fixed it for us, we're
Yeah.
just like they brought me a case of Fresca, which if Coke, you wanna send me some Fresca, send me some Fresca.
That
Um,
crispy fresca
a crispy
in a
Fresca.
glass with ice.
Anyway, we got off track again.
But yeah.
Bad.
Should we talk about pregnancy and the struggles or like pregnancy 101 for us of what we learned? Did you enjoy being pregnant?
Fuck no!
Same. To the people that enjoyed pregnancy, please email us or tell us like in the comments on social media of like what made you enjoy it. Because my cousin, my lovely cousin Michaela, she's like, you're gonna love every minute of it. I barfed every goddamn day. I
Yeah,
did
you had it
not enjoy every
rough.
moment.
No.
So Michaela, you fucking lied to me.
Well, and, like, I wanna know, did you like, how and why? Because I don't get it. Pregnancy sucks, that's what I learned.
Yes, we've discussed we both hated pregnancy. But what are some highlights? My highlight was breaking my tailbone,
Oh my god.
puking every day. That threatened.
Oh.
Uh,
I think for me, so I am this is so TMI, but this was what the podcast supposed to be. I'm not a puker. I went
I hate puking. Can we talk about
5
puking sucks
Yes.
ass? I'd rather shit myself silly than
Yes!
puke any day.
I literally went 5 years without throwing up.
Yeah.
5 fucking years. And then I got pregnant.
I haven't thrown up since I was, like, a kid, I felt like, or, like, had, like, a really bad flu. But throwing up every day
That's
and
Have you
nothing.
not drank?
No, when I drank, I only threw up on my 21 run,
Okay, so that was
and I don't remember it.
still though, that wasn't when you were a kid.
True. But I'm like, puking up nothing was the worst. I
Oh,
would puke up
yeah.
every morning. I'd wake
Burn
up
in the esophagus.
and I'd have to wait to brush my teeth, guys, because if I brushed my teeth, then I'd puke, and then it was worth not brushing my
I
teeth.
knew people that the brushing the teeth
Made
would
it
make them
worse.
throw up too.
Me,
Because
me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So I'd barf, stomach bile, TMI,
Oh.
and it literally set the tone
For
for
the
my
whole
entire day.
fucking day.
I'm like,
And then you're just
"Great."
like, "I'm just gonna sit on the couch. Don't talk to me. Don't even look at me."
Did I tell you about coffee getting in my office?
Wait, no, I thought you were talking about the time you threw up in a coffee cup.
Oh, I did that too. Oh my god, I forgot about that too. That was pro move. That was baller of me. Save your coffee cups in your car when you're pregnant.
I threw up in a plastic bag on the
Yeah,
side of the road.
she had doggy bags. How genius is
No,
she?
no, no. This was like a Rosar's bag.
Oh, Rosars. But you had doggy puke bags ready to go too. That was
I took a roll of my dog's like poop bags
genius.
and put them in my purse so
to
that
puke in just in case.
yeah, so the bags were in my purse though. And at that time, the plastic bag was empty and it was the first thing I could grab. So yeah, it's a good idea in theory, but if you got throw up, you're fucked.
So fun fact about puke geddon or something like that. I forget. My boss called it.
Puke-geddon?
Yeah, we'll call it puke geddon at work. So I work in an office, so we have a bathroom on each floor, women's and men's.
Sure.
3 stalls.
Yeah.
I'm just going because you don't poop a lot when you're pregnant. You're constipated, so when you get to
Yeah.
poop, it's the best feeling in the world. And I had one that day, and I was proud. So I was walking my happy ass to go poop because I'm like, oh my god, it feels like something coming. Opened the doors, walked in, puked. Big stall. Thought I was fine. Turned around, puked all over the floor. Thought I was fine, so I was trying to clean it up, trying to fix it.
Oh.
Once I got it all cleaned up, puked again on the door of the second stall, trying to make it to that stall. And then cleaned that up, puked back in the third one, but it shot all the way because I somehow turned. So there's literally, and it was a pink, it wasn't coffee. It was like a pink, like energy drink because I like those Red Bull Italian sodas. It was pink.
Do we put a disclaimer on this episode? Contains poop and puke.
I think that's just motherhood.
As motherhood. Now it's just our babies poop
Shit happens.
and spit up all the
So
time.
yeah, we had to call the cleaners early that day.
I would imagine so. That's pretty funny though.
And no one walked in. This is like a 30-minute span.
That's like the
no one in the entire office came in.
the only thing I did was I always made it to I either had the big bowl or I made it to the bathroom.
I was never that lucky.
I don't even know if I went in the bowl actually. I think I just made it to the bathroom except for the one time I went in the bag.
Yeah.
Puking sucks.
You puke a lot, you don't get to poop as much.
And nothing tastes good.
Nothing
Did you have the
tastes-
metallic taste?
I didn't have the metallic
I had the
taste.
metallic taste.
But I had the I couldn't eat anything because like it'd make
You were
me
so
puke.
sick, yeah.
Like the smell of beef. I love steak. That would make me sick.
Yeah. Well, these are like the wacky, like this is weird symptoms too.
That
This is
people
part
say
of
this
it.
is
The
normal.
metallic taste. Then just the congestion.
Yes.
3rd trimester congestion.
Hell.
Wanted to rip my sinuses out and my eustachian tubes out because I
Yeah.
have teeny tiny. I've always had ear problems since I was a
Mhm.
kid, and I have teeny tiny eustachian tubes. So
Even worse for
it
you.
was so painful. Like
Yeah.
and the thing too, your 3rd trimester, I felt like a fucking Costco rotisserie chicken
In the bed, yeah.
in the bed.
Hot, sweaty
Because you're
too.
hot and sweaty, but my hip would hurt, and then my ear would hurt so bad. I'd have to take out all my earrings because what would happen is my ears would literally swell. Like, it's crazy. So then you flip over to the other side, and then you lay on that side till your hip hurts, or your ears hurt so bad, and you gotta go back and forth because you can't sleep on your stomach, can't sleep on your back.
And you don't talk about your joints. Yeah.
How just
Because they're
everything
looser
just-
because you're prepping your body for a baby.
yeah.
But like in the 3rd trimester, they're so loose, like it hurts to lay down even.
Yeah.
And when you finally get that comfortable position,
You gotta pee.
you gotta pee and everything falls asleep.
Yeah.
The numbness.
The numbing.
I don't miss that
That
either.
freak the nasal congestion, the hip pain, the sciatica and the hip
We will
pain,
be right back
Did
after
you
this
have it in
quick
the 3rd
bathroom
trimester
break.
though? Because my
oh, yeah.
sciatica went completely
No,
away in the
I
3rd
was
trimester.
every fucking day I was
Ugh.
miserable.
Acupuncture, fun fact. Highly recommend.
Yeah, no, it didn't. I was just
Miserable. 3rd
miserable.
trimester, the people that say that's, like, when you really feel bond
It's
with
like
your baby,
the
crazy!
yes, the end of the 3rd trimester was
I just
bad.
wanna, like yeah.
The beginning, you kinda coast out of that lovely 2nd trimester
The
into the
2nd
3rd.
trimester is beautiful. Beautiful. Chef's kiss.
We will be right back after this quick bathroom break.
And we're back. Okay, so back to podcast, a small business deep dive topic. So you want to turn your hobby into a business.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Oh,
That's
how
it's
did you turn
hard.
when did you decide that I like making earrings, I should make it a business?
When I got let go of my corporate job.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not every job's for everybody, right? That doesn't mean that it's not a perfect job for somebody else. I'm not going to shit on the job itself, but it was not a good match for me. I hated it. I didn't want to go back to it. So I had the conversation with my husband, what should I do? And I was like, well, I like to I make earrings. I do craft fairs and I was doing those on the side while I was working full time.
Mhm,
I was like, I'd like to turn this into an actual business and I think I can do it. I've got a business background. I studied business in college at Eastern and why not? And he's like, I think you should. And we can, financially we can do that. And he's like, give it 6 months, reassess, give it a year. And if after a year you want to go back, go back. Or if after a year you're not liking what you're doing, or if something happens with my job, we're flexible. It's like, okay, well, that was 6 years ago. So
wow.
it worked. But I just remember being like, how do how do I even do this?
Mhm,
And it's hard because you have to sit down and ask yourself that question.
mhm.
And you're like, I studied business in college,
But how the fuck do I run one?
but how the fuck do I run one? And how do I
Mhm,
do a small one? Because
because I don't want
it's
a
all
corporation, I just want
corporate.
something that feeds my
Yes.
soul.
They prep you that you're gonna work for some big company
Mhm,
and whatever. And I worked for a big company and it fucking sucked
yeah,
because I'd been so out of touch
mhm,
and I didn't have time to go
mm,
scope out craft fairs to see what I needed. And I'm like, well, I just need some
like labels.
change and one table and one chair and a box of earrings. That's all I need.
That's
And
really
that's all I had.
when you're starting and you don't know what you need, just do it
Keep
because
it
'cause you'll
simple.
figure it out as you go along is kind
Yes.
of my
That first
advice to
one.
people. You'll
That
figure
first
it
one
out.
was such a learning curve.
Mhm.
And it was
Especially
like
getting back into it.
the biggest thing that I took away from that first one was I have to have a way for people to pay with their phone or their card
Yes.
because I was
You
cash
need to
only.
have options.
I was cash only. And I remember I sold 7 pairs of earrings and I so 7 pairs of earrings after making my booth fee, so I don't know how, I just remember it was like I had made $49 in profit, and at that time, I was only selling them for $7 a pair, but I made $49 in
Like
profit. So fucking
the
excited.
high off
You're
of that
just like, "Oh my god,
because
this
'cause you're
is
like,
great!"
"I fucking did it."
Yeah.
'Cause even if you're starting out and you don't make the booth fee, the fact that you sell, like, somebody stopped at your booth
Yeah,
and likes what you made so much that they were
correct.
willing to spend their hard-earned money on it, honestly, goosies every time.
Yeah,
You like my stuff that much, you want to pay with your hard-earned money for my stuff.
yeah, like, you
The
like
rush
me.
of that alone.
Well, yeah, and it's just like just talking to people too, and you learn a lot that first one, but you have to be open-minded. And the thing is you can't go like, well, if I don't make my booth here, I think people get discouraged really easily too.
Mhm.
Because I think that selling your own product and putting yourself out there is so vulnerable too. You're so vulnerable.
I would say arguably one of the most vulnerable, like,
Yeah,
we showed our vaginas to many people when we gave birth.
that was easy
That was
compared
so
to like
easy.
that.
But showing what you're passionate about
Yeah.
to strangers, and they have the free will to tell you literally anything, like, I'll get some wacky comments still to this day, but
I think I probably sold 15 pairs total. But that was like the first one where it's just like I was nervous. The self-confidence that you have to have when you open your own business Because nobody's gonna boost you up. You don't have a coworker being like, "Hey,
You
it's
just have
okay." I mean,
parents
you have
and your loved one that
your vendor friends.
yes, yes.
But it is pretty fulfilling when you have people, like,
Come for you
come for you and people return
because of
over
you.
and over and over, and yeah.
I
So, what was your first craft fair? And what did you do to prep?
My first craft fair was the Grange.
Wait, that was before.
I did it the year prior to the one you did. And that's how I met Cindy.
Wait,
Hidden Springs Candle.
whoa. Wait, no. You
Mhm.
lie.
No, I don't lie. I remember it vividly.
When did I meet you again? Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
Either 2 or 3. 2?
Oh.
Might be a little over 2.
It was spring
It
craft fair at Shadle, I remember that.
it
Because
was
I bought the EWU mug.
was it spring? Yes, I started fall of 2023. So I met you spring of 2024.
It's only been 2 years.
I know, it
Oh
feels
my
like a
God.
lifetime.
I know.
In a good way.
Yeah.
So my first craft fair was the Grange at Green Bluff. I basically painted for a hobby. I worked at a local paint your own pottery studio in our area, and I enjoyed it, but I needed to get a big kid job. I kind of talked about this last episode. So
Those damn big kid jobs.
I got fucking insurance. I need help, I guess. I gotta pay for a kidney or a kid something. I don't know. And I came up with this because I love painting florals so much, but I'm like, it's too busy and no one's gonna want it. And then I thought, I was like, what if I did a solid with it? And then I just started painting a bunch of it. And I'm like, how I tried online sales. I tried Etsy. I tried selling t-shirts on there. I built a website. It's not getting traffic. I'm like, how do I get this product out? So I was like, hit the ground running. I did research out the Yang for a craft fair. And the first one that accepted me was the Grange on Green Bluff. And I was like, oh my gosh, Green Bluff is huge in our area.
Too.
It's a farming area. Everybody goes up there to pick pumpkins. Pretty much, I feel like every town has a commercial area where they go and pick pumpkins.
Yeah.
And it was prime spot indoor, and I just started. So I'm like, I know how to do displays because I worked at a pottery place. I know how to like set it up. So I bought like huge ass desks, huge ass furniture. I was basically
Oh
kind
no.
of like bungalow candles, but she
Yeah.
makes it cute and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But I was like, this is stuff from like a grandma's yard sale that I found on the marketplace, and we're just gonna throw pottery on it. It was cute, but it was so bulky, and I couldn't
How
fit
did
it.
you like?
Schlep it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
There's
got folding tables, girl.
yeah, I had one folding table to my name. I started off with a desk hutch, basically everything you see at American Co. The desk, that bench, I had the cube shelf, I had a full ass table, and I fit it all into my Traverse at the time, RIP Traverse. And I had my sister Emma help me, and I had maybe 20 pieces to my name. And you've seen how many pieces I have now.
Yeah.
So that was nothing. And it was crazy. And my first sale was greeting cards that I made it the night before with my designs, because I do a lot of digital designs too. So
Wait, why don't you do those now?
because I don't have time. I could do it, but I just don't do it to a quality that, like, say Linda does, like her cards, and so I don't do that good of quality. So I don't want to give people things I'm not passionate about.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Sell what you're passionate about. Highly recommend. So that was my first show, and that was my first sale.
Greeting cards.
It was a greeting card.
Oh my gosh.
We will be right back. Our babies need us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Well, hi, everybody. As you can see, we're remote now. Obviously, our mothers and life got ahead of us. So now you just get us from remote location, which is just cool for you because you just get to see both studios now. And you'll probably see this a lot because we work and we have kids. So you guys, you just get to jump right back in with us. We're going to dive in to talk about if you want to turn your hobby into a business, what we think would be the best tools for you to know and need for starting that business, whether it's like Etsy, you're doing craft fairs, you're doing, I forget what you call it when you go consignment, when you go do consignment.
Getting into like retail shops. And so yeah, tools that you need.
So we'll start off with, because we just talked about businesses and how we started. So when I decided to do the dang thing, I initially said, I need a website because I was on Etsy and the percentage Etsy takes was not my fave. So I got right off of that, made
Did you
my
actually
website.
sell though?
I sold like 2 things and the commission versus what Etsy took was not worth it to me after like shipping and everything. It was not worth it to me.
I was on
So
Etsy and I didn't sell a thing.
it's so hard in Etsy world too. If you are in Etsy, you have to pay to play
Yes, and you have to pay for advertisement, and the market's
all the
so
things.
saturated with Etsy too.
So I built a website for curated character. I was able to get the domain. It sounds hard, but honestly, you just Google your way through it and I got Shopify, that's the platform I picked, and we were hit the ground running. It probably took me like 2 days worth of work and I had my website up and running. Then came time to get to the craft fairs. Obviously, indoor versus outdoors is very, very different. So
Very
when you're
different.
starting out, you probably want to look into indoors to see like how well it does depending on where you are. Most outdoor events, probably anywhere in the region, requires a tent or recommends a tent just for all the things, and those can be pretty expensive too if you want
Yeah.
a good quality one that you're able to schlep everywhere as well.
There's so much more there's so many more expenses with outdoor versus indoor too.
Yes.
And you don't
So I
realize
probably
it. It's not just a
yeah,
tent. It's tents, it's weights, it's tablecloths,
weights.
it's all of the, like, outdoor chairs, it's so many other
The
things.
tent walls itself, which most tents come with, but you're like, you
Yeah.
need those, you need good ones too. So
Yeah.
if you were like, let's say we're doing an indoor one, you probably just need like depending on what you're selling, one table, a way to sell your product. So, like petty cash, I don't know how much you do, but for my product, I do like $200 worth
Mhm.
and lots of change. A way to process your sales. So, a lot of
Mhm.
people in our area, they can do cash, no, like just their own books. They can do sale platforms like Square and Shopify. I know we
Mhm.
have. And then you could do things like Venmo. Venmo might be the easiest when just starting out as well for
Yeah.
a card alternative.
I started with Square, and I stuck with Square because it was easy to use, because it's very straightforward, and I like it too because we do the well, you help me, and we do the Facebook Lives, and with your Square dashboard online, you're able to actually invoice people, and that was a big
Mhm.
thing for me versus, like, with Venmo, you can't I mean, you can send pay requests, but I feel like
Yeah.
I think when you're starting out, Venmo's fantastic, and once you start becoming a little bit more professional, moving to Shopify or Square, these platforms that larger companies, a lot of larger businesses use is a good way to go too.
Venmo starting out, I think so nice and easy. Have cash
Agreed.
too, because you'd be surprised. It depends on like the shows in your area, but some shows more cash heavy, some shows are more card heavy. But
Yep.
have the both of those options because you'll limit yourself if you have one or the other for sure.
Yeah. And people like variety. The biggest thing that I found when I started out using cash only, obviously people are gonna buy more if you have a way for them to pay by card too. Because it's
Mhm.
like, I only have $50. I can only spend $50. But if I have a
Yeah.
card, I can spend $52 or I can spend 75 or $100. Have a way for people to pay other than cash and other than card. So you're saying 2 ways to pay is really
2
key.
ways to pay is the key. Obviously, if you're paying a check, I would not take that customer because
Samesies.
I've had customers that say, "Can I write you a check?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, your product, a
Mhm.
way for people to pay. And then I would say display. A lot of people,
Yeah.
I think the most common thing is folding tables or is like,
Tablecloth.
and tablecloths. Don't have a naked table, guys. That's my biggest advice. Don't have it. Because that, when you cover your table, you have storage underneath your table now and it looks good. Tablecloth it all the way. And if you have a brand color, use that brand color. In craft fairland specifically, I think everybody tries to do black and it just kind of just washes out and you kind of don't stand out anymore. Your display is your best marketing tool at craft fairs and that's how people get to your booth for
So,
sure.
okay, so let's Momco colors are
Lavender, deep
Mhm.
purple with the accent color red.
So
Good
you're talking
luck.
about colors. What were the curated character colors? What's your trademark color then?
That's a good question. So technically a sage or eucalyptus green with accent of golds or earth tones is kind of what I
Oh,
went for. I wanted more of that natural, because my business is like the geometric with the organic design. So I wanted something to match that. So the organic is the green and then the geometric kind of is that gold pop for you.
love it.
And I'm all
Love it.
about accent colors. So have a main color and have an accent color. What about earring empress?
We went jewel tone. So we went royal like a royal purple and then like a teal, even like a little bit of turquoise in there, a little bit of emerald green. So like that
Mhm.
cool palette jewel tones and then gold, right? For the
Mhm.
crown.
That pop of color.
Um yeah. So anything like really from emerald green to royal purple is
Mhm.
what I ended up doing, which
It's
I
so
love it
pretty.
so much. And that was one thing when I was Corkery Creations that I struggled with was trying to come up with the accent colors, but once I hit the earring empress, I went royalty, jewel tones done. And it
Yeah.
comes to you pretty easily too. Like I think once you get a name and things come natural to you.
And that's another thing when you're starting out your business and you have a name, pick obviously a name that is unique to your area. If you're thinking about scaling it big, think of something like trademark worthy, something that you can own, no one else can steal. It does not have to be like the hardest thing to come up with because you have so many people that are like, I have this product, but I can't figure out a name for my
Yep.
business. Just start with your
The
name, honestly.
Well, and the USPTO is the other one to check too, which is the
Oh,
United States
yes.
Patent and Trademark Office. And there's literally a search engine within that, and it's a .gov website, and it'll tell you whether your name or whatever, and it'll list all the people that have similar things too. And it's surprising, but that's actually a really good source too for checking. Like, I have
Yeah.
this idea, I have this name, but I wanna make sure that it's not used. So
Oh,
my
yeah.
name is trademarked only by state right now. We are actually waiting in line for federal trademarking, but in the
Mhm.
state of Washington, I'm trademarked.
So, I think one of the factors is to do your research. Like, I
Recon.
probably even though I kinda hit the ground running, I've been familiar with, like, the school craft fairs and everything like that. I'm like,
Yeah,
I know there's a need for, like, my type of pottery. People are doing, like, the hand thrown, the solid glazes, but I'm like, I don't see nothing with my specific design. So,
yeah.
that's where I found the niche in my market. What about you?
So mine's not a niche though. That's the thing.
I
Earrings
know.
are
So
earrings are a
that's
dime a dozen. So it's interesting that you had that perspective and that outlook because I literally was like, well, fuck it. I'm
everybody.
just gonna dominate and not steamroll, but I'm just gonna compete with those people and say fuck it.
But the thing is, if you find that niche of what makes you unique and yours is that price point and having something for everyone rather than
Bingo.
a specific design or a specific, what is it, material, you have
Mhm.
different materials that reaches everybody, whether weight or size and things like that too. So you found that niche in the market and
That's
that's why
fair, yeah.
you do really well. Which is you took basically a saturated market and you're like, I can make my wedge in here and I can make an impact, which
Yeah.
some people get discouraged right off the bat when they see so many people doing the same thing they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's fair. Even though there's not many people doing ceramics, I get discouraged when people are hand throwing because I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't want me throwing on a wheel, girl. I can't do that.
No.
I can roll
That's like
some dishes, I can roll some ornaments, but you don't want
sure.
me making a mug because the consistency is not gonna be there. So
Yeah.
I pride myself though, I like a consistency. So when you buy this mug but put different dogs and stuff on it, you're getting that consistency of this specific style of my large mug. And microwave safe and oven safe, which a lot of
Dishwasher safe. They do really well in the dishwasher.
yes, dishwasher safe, which a lot of hand thrown things they can't say the same
Yeah.
practice. So my slip casting versus hand throwing, that's kind of my little wedge in there. When I do feel discouraged, I'm like, you're paying for my art on a piece.
That's the
But
same thing even for me because I see these beautiful elaborate earrings that are like, people get really into the clay thing, and they just make these elaborate little, like, scenes, and I'm like, "How do you even do that?" Like, I you don't want me and I've done some clay stuff. I made, like, little sushis or whatever, huckleberries, you don't want me doing that. Like, I can't do the really elaborate stuff, and that's fine, but
yeah.
mine's more of, like, beads and putting beads together and then finding charms and taking other things apart and recreating and doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is too, and I know you probably do this too, I buy earrings from other people. I like to buy earrings
Oh,
from
yeah.
other
Oh, yeah.
small business owners and artists
I thought
because
you were
it's
gonna
like,
say I
I
buy earrings
appreciate
from
this.
other people to resell, and I was like, "Girl, no, you don't. No, you
No,
don't."
no, 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 to enjoy and to wear, and what's funny is people will be like, "Oh, you make earrings, did you make those?" Be like, "No, so and so made them, and I bought them from them, you
Yeah.
should check them out."
Yeah, but that's a beautiful thing of a small business, and especially, I would say in craft fair land is, yes, you are competition, but good artists admire other good artists, even
Bingo.
in their competition. Like, I can recognize there's so many pottery people that I'm like, "Wow, she knows how to freaking throw a mug. That's
Mhm.
amazing. I wish I could do that. Not gonna touch it, but the fact that she did that so good, I have to freaking buy it too and drink out of it right away."
Yeah, and enjoy it, and
Enjoy
that's
it.
the thing, and that's a good one episode too, is supporting others.
Yes. Yes, because I think that's the most organic way to network.
You gotta go, girl.
No, I don't. I get 2 I need to hop off at 2. I guess,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
1:59,
Yeah, my sister's gonna kill me. Fine, we'll continue almost later.
and I think we're pretty much done with this episode.
Do you like how we're moms and we record in between nap times and work and hair appointments? Okay, I gotta go. How do I stop recording? Thank you all for listening. Be sure to follow us on social media at Momco Podcast and visit our website, momcopodcast.com, and email us with any and all questions you may have. We'd love to hear your feedback. And be sure to listen to wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you all. Bye.